South America is filled with colors.
South America is juicy. It's just full of life.
It's very vibrant. It's overwhelming for the senses.
You see it in every aspect of life. You see it in the food. You see it in the wines. You see it in the music that's made in small little clubs. You see it in people's eyes that are just wide open. So there's this aliveness of this part of the world.
But this has been a trip of a lifetime.
Our guests deserve to be able to come on to this ship and see things that you cannot see anywhere else. That's what really ticks my box. And I think it's what keeps people coming back. That and the feeling of community that exists with our guests. It's a palpable feeling. If you're a part of it, you know what that feels like. And if you're not part of it, there's no way to put it into words. So coming here to South America and really sinking into the pace and to the vibe of these countries where you just are in a different mood. And the music really reflects that.
Without question, the culture of the music that's indigenous to here, as well as what we're experiencing every single day and every single night on the cruise. It just all ties in together, that the places we sing about, the music we dance to, we actually get to dance in the places where that music was originated.
I mean, the ship was docked in Brazil. Ipanema Beach was just maybe a couple of miles away, and here we are playing The Girl from Ipanema. That's like the connective tissue of that was so like overwhelming for me. It made for a very, very cool performance.
You can hear the samba undertones in a lot of the music. You can see it in the dances and the footwork, and I think that highlighted some of the great musicians of South America and Brazil as well on this cruise. So
bringing sort of the flavor and the culture of the places that we're going and bringing it on the ship has been really amazing.
Very much so.
I think having a couple of very authentic artists on board as part of our artist community, Will Sant would be a perfect example. He is like the country of Brazil. I looked at this kid playing the guitar and singing, not in a rush, just the most beautiful, gorgeous bossa novas, even though we can't necessarily find the words together. We don't speak a common language, but when you break it down to the common language of music, we spoke volumes to each other. That was beautiful.
They had Brazilian music yesterday up on the deck, and the dancers, that was fabulous. That was great.
The samba dance show that was filled with energy and vibrancy and color and these acrobatic things, and these Americans can't move their bodies like that, at least their backsides like that. But it was so amazing, and so you just like tap into that experience, and all of a sudden it all just comes very real where you are. I will say that my day in Ilhabela, which is the island off the coast of Brazil, was a big surprise.
Yesterday at the beach was great. I had a great time there. That was the best for me so far.
There was this beautiful beach with a little cafe right in the sand. You could put your towel down, dip in the water. The water was nice and warm. It really was the quintessential South America experience that day for me in Ilhabela.
I was gonna say it feels like a hug. It's like the warmth, it just surrounds you everywhere. It's beautiful, it's sunny, everyone's so laid back and slow moving. It's just nice to just take it all in.
We're just really enjoying the rainforest and just the great energy of this country.
Because of all of the wonderful destinations that we go to and the great experience, the music is why we're here, and it just never disappoints.
We always say that how could they top the music, but every cruise, the music seems to top the previous cruise.
When people set foot on this cruise, our guests, it's very important to me as a producer and curator to give our guests something that they can't see anywhere else.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
Dave, we know it's your birthday, but no.
And I think we tried to do that with our All-Star show, with a tribute to the 1980s. We had probably 60 artists and musicians involved in it. We did that show twice. It will never happen again. And that's what makes these shows special, is because our guests are seeing things that they've never seen before and they'll never see again. You had to be here. This is what travel does to me. It expands my mind. It expands my heart. You get a chance to see how other people live and how other people celebrate their lives, and it can broaden your horizons. All the five senses, taste and smell and sight and sound, and all these things that stretch you in ways that you've never been stretched before.
I'll throw out Rio, you know, all the music, the colors, the samba. Yeah, it has been overwhelming, but, you know, it's one of those things you don't want to end. But we have to go back to the real world at some point, I guess.
It was my first time in Montevideo, which I loved. By the way, I had one of the great meals of this trip in Montevideo. That was one of the great surprises, just walk off the ship and all of a sudden you're in this great town. Go south of the equator and you get exposed to a different way of life. A way of life that really celebrates the excitement and that feeling of like we're alive, we're here, let's celebrate. I want to take a little of that spiciness, that excitement back home with me, so that when I wake up in the morning, I can feel like every day is carnival. Well, here we are in the San Telmo area of Buenos Aires on our last day, and I'm filled with absolute gratitude for 8 incredible days of seeing the world together through music, South America 2026. But of course, none of this would have been possible without you, our beloved guests, who were so dedicated to all the artists, musicians, and crew members and staff members that assembled to create this wonderful 8-day experience. But you brought the magic. We may have brought the programming and the music, but you brought the magic. You made this experience so memorable for me and for all of us. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for vacationing with us. You could vacation anywhere, and the fact that you chose our South America cruise for 2026 means the absolute world to me. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you very soon, whether it's in Japan, Korea next year, or sometime down the road. As cliche as it sounds, our family is like no other. Thank you for being such a huge part of it, for lifting my spirits up, and hopefully we lifted your spirits up until we meet again. God bless you, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Acontece que eu sou baiano, acontece que ela não é, mas acontece que eu sou baiano, acontece que ela não é. Tenho requebrado pro lado, minha Nossa Senhora, meu Senhor São José. Essa que tenho requebrado pro lado, minha Nossa Senhora, ninguém sabe o que é. Acontece que eu sou baiano, acontece que ela não é, mas acontece que eu sou baiano, acontece que ela não é. Tenho requebrado pro lado, minha Nossa Senhora, meu Senhor São José. Essa que tenho requebrado pro lado, minha Nossa Senhora, ninguém sabe o que é. Há tanta mulher no mundo, só não casa quem não quer. Por que é que eu vim de longe pra gostar dessa mulher? Por que é que eu vim de longe